Good morning, you're watching PA Harness Week. I'm Charlotte McBride. It is a big night tonight at the Downs in Mohegan Sun Pocono. It's Sun Stakes Saturday, and our very own Heather will be there. And in this week's show, we're going to preview the big races leading up to tonight. Take a look. $2 million will be on the line tonight for Sun Stakes Saturday at Pocono, and all the stars will be out for an exciting night of harness racing. The top 3-year-old pacers will square off once again in the Max Hempt Memorial Final. Will it be Wakizashi Hanover or Wiggle It Jiggle It? Or will last year's 2-year-old champ Art Speak pull out the upset? We can't forget the Ben Franklin and the Earl Beal and the James Lynch finals. On today's show, we'll talk to a few of the drivers who hope to make racing history tonight at Pocono. It's a little show we like to call racing's fastest paced half hour, and it all starts right now on Comcast Sportsnet.
They're on.
Hi there, Kim Asabi, and welcome to Harris, Philadelphia for another edition of PA Harness Week. She's Heather Vitale, I'm Steve Ross. I want to say a special hello, Heather, to Lou DiTullo, who is a regular viewer of PA Harness Week, and he's also a harness racing owner and an all-around good guy. So we wanted to say hi to Lou.
Thanks, Lou.
Thanks, Lou, for watching. Okay. Well, the epicenter of the harness racing world is going to be where at the Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono tonight. Why? It's called Sun Stakes Saturday.
Yes.
SSS, as we call it here at Pahawi, right?
That's right. We just like to abbreviate everything, you
We're
know?
just acronym city do-I-diddy, baby, let me tell you. Okay, we have such amazing stuff going on tonight, you would not believe. The Max Hempt Memorial, the Earl Beal Memorial, the James Lynch Memorial, and the finest free-for-all pacing talent in the world in the Ben Franklin. Wow. Not to mention that there's going to be the Sun Invitational Trot featuring JL Cruz, conqueror of previously thought to be unbeatable Father Patrick, and he's coming in against who's coming back to the races, Sebastian K, who's the fastest trotter in the history of any track, any place in any universe. 149 where, say ye? At Pocono.
I can't believe all that info was stored up there. That was amazing.
Can you believe that? It's unbelievable.
Oh my God.
Okay, oh my God, let's go to the elims that took place last week that sets up this big night tonight. The first one is the Hempt elim. It was the first. It features last year's 2-year-old pacing champion, and Heather's got that for you.
Yeah, sorry. There's 2 big names in here. First of all, let's see number 4. It's in the arsenal. 8 to 5, getting a lot of respect. He's known for being a little bit kooky, but has loads of talent.
Kooky.
Oh my
kooky.
gosh, wait a minute.
Lend me your comb.
Did I just describe myself? Okay, wait, okay. All right, now, but the race favorite is the 3 to 5 choice. Number 6, Art Speak. Yes, 2-year-old, huge champ. He was so amazing last year, but he's looking to rebound off a really tough post and a really tough trip that he got the week before in the North America Cup.
Art Speak and Scott ZERON. This is the 3 to 5 favorite leading the way here and kicking free by about 2 lengths now in front of In the Arsenal. Both of these two last seen in the North American Cup. Another length and a half back to K-Rock third. Now here comes Pierce Hanover with Brett Miller first over into the clubhouse turn. Following up on that move out there, Paparazzi Hanover. And you've also got One Is a Lonely Number third over. Rufo stays in 7th. At the back, Cardiac Fashion and Tommy Terror. Half reached 55-1, 28-1 second panel. It's Art Speak leading it here by about a length, and ZERON isn't asking for a thing just yet. Outside pressure coming in the form of Pierce Hanover. He's inching up slightly there. Pocket seat and a great spot there for Sears within the arsenal. Second over there is Paparazzi Hanover showing pace just 2 back. Inside K-Rock saving ground, hoping for room later. And then in behind that, One Is a Lonely Number and Rufo. It's tight at 3/4, 122-2, 27-1 third panel. Art Speak put to the test now by Pierce Hanover, who's just about even. Inside the pocket, still there in the arsenal. Paparazzi Hanover getting ready to go wide. Top of the stretch, Art Speak under all kinds of pressure. Inside in the arsenal, a bit rough gated, but coming on. Art Speak is still there in the arsenal. Outside Pierce Hanover, Art Speak in the arsenal. Art Speak HarnessWeek.
First of all, I was getting a little bit uncomfortable because coming down this backstretch, it looked like In the Arsenal was trying to kiss Scott ZERON. Yeah, like it was like kind of creepy, you know? Like
bro horsemans?
Yeah, exactly. But then I just realized In the Arsenal is just really a bit hot in the 2-hole. He is so ready for the passing lane. They do get to the passing lane, obviously, but HarnessWeek is just so big in this race. He ends up holding on gamely, wins in 150 for trainer Tony Alagna. Of course, driver Scott ZERON in the sulky. In the Arsenal was second. Pierce Hanover, oh my gosh, he raced so super and he was third.
Okay, the next Hempt limb was race 8 at Pocono, and it was for 3-year-old colt and gelding pacers. Number 5, Wiggle It Jiggle It, was 1-9 with Montreal Teague. Number 1, Betting Exchange, 8-1 with Dave Miller. The rest were all long. Let's watch.
And at the moment, Betting Exchange had the pylons to start, and he's still out in front with the lead with David Miller. A length to the good in front of Blood Brother. From fourth now, Wiggle It Jiggle It. Everybody's favorite at 1-9. Montreal Teague sends him up first over. National Sealster behind that live cover. Boxed in fifth on the inside now. There is Dragon Eddie, third over 6th American Prime Time. Then comes Rock and Roll World. At the end, McCardle's Lightning and Sicily. The half 55 even, 28-2 second panel. And Wiggle It Jiggle It steadily getting past the leader. Betting Exchange now clears the lead by a length. National Sealster trying to spin off that cover, and he comes up strong for Andy Miller. Betting Exchange back to third. Then boxed in fourth, Blood Brother. To his outside, McCardle's Lightning making a move from far back. Sicily into its sixth, going past Dragon Eddie. Wiggle It Jiggle It on top, 3/4, 122 3, 27 3 third panel. Wiggle It Jiggle It trying to separate from National Sealster on the outside, and on the inside, Betting Exchange. Further back, look for closing from McCardle's Lightning or Blood Brother. Top of the stretch, Wiggle It Jiggle It now leads by 2.5 by 3.
Betting Exchange battle number 4, Blood Brother off at 34-1 with Yannick Gingras for the early lead on a 26-3 opening split. Wiggle It Jiggle It got away fourth before Montreal told him it was time to go to work, bro. Once Wiggle It Jiggle It cleared, he jiggled it to the wire, winning by 4 in 150-4. Number 6, National Sealster off at 67-1 with Andy Miller got second over Betting Exchange, who finished third.
All right, now I'm gonna round up these eliminations. Here's the third one. We've got number 4, Wakizashi, Hanover, the bettor's choice, and your North America Cup champion. Number 7 is Lost for Words. He's been racing in Pennsylvania Sire Stakes, but he's 4 for 4 this season. So let's see if he can roll with the big boys.
Wakizashi Hanover gets to the quarter in front, 26-4 for that opening panel. Wakizashi Hanover coming off the big win at Mohawk, having an outstanding season, and he's the heavy favorite at 2-5. Tim TETRICK has him on the engine by a length and a quarter over Bad IOU Hanover. And now with a charge, Lost for Words, unbeaten in 2015, comes up strong right alongside the leader. Following that move is a better hat into fourth. Back on the inside, fifth now is All Beef and No Bull. Lions Levi Lewis in the outer flow. The Black Yankee Bounty and Joe Paz well set, and Lost for Words is cleared at the half in 55-1, 28-2 second panel. A bold move by Lost for Words. He's out in front for David Miller now by a length and a half over Wakizashi Hanover. See if he has that second move in him tonight. On the outside, hanging just a bit first over now is a better hat. Boxed in fourth, Bad IOU Hanover. Second over, Lions Levi Lewis. From the back, Joe Paz well set, looking to come up out wide. 3/4, 122-4, 27-3 third panel. Lost for Words leading by about a length. In the pocket, Wakizashi Hanover, a better hat, a length back, and now a 3-wide move coming from Lions Levi Lewis. Top of the stretch, Lost for Words. Now David Miller trying to coax more out of him. Wakizashi Hanover shooting up the passing lane here. Wakizashi Hanover, Lost for Words. They're tight. Wakizashi Hanover taking over for Tim TETRICK.
Wakizashi Hanover worked really hard to get the front. They get there in 26-4, and then here's this really bold move from Lost for Words. So Wakizashi's just kind of like, all right, I'm gonna let you have the front, but dude, just get me to the Pocono Pike, okay? Don't stop in front of my face. Guess what? That happens, yeah. Lost for Words gets him there. Wakizashi ends up rallying in the stretch, wins in 150-4. Lost for Words was second, and David Miller, I know he thinks a lot about this horse, so we caught up with David to find out more.
All right, thanks, guys. I'm here with driver David Miller. And David, we're talking about Lost for Words. You guys had a big race, finishing second, though, in the elims for Sun Stakes Saturday. How do you feel this horse did in that race? How do you feel going into this?
Well, I was happy with his effort there. he had the 7-hole. Hadn't raced in 3 weeks. That was the big thing. I tried to be easy on him, tried to get him into the final. It didn't work out. I had to move him back to the lead, and obviously he had a real good horse sitting on his back and got by him, but I was happy the way he raced.
Now you're going up against a lot of big names, Wakizashi, Hanover, Wiggle It, Jiggle It, Art Speak. How do you feel like this horse can do?
You know what, I think he's competitive against these horses. You know, he's never really faced any of them yet. I raced this horse last year and this year both, and he's a good horse, and he's got post edge on him, so you know, I think everything goes well. He'll be right there.
We're all excited for Sun Stakes Saturday. Are you excited?
Oh, definitely, definitely. I was so happy after the draws. Everything kind of worked out good, you know, draw-wise.
All right, perfect.
Yep.
Well, good luck, and we'll send it back to you guys.
Thank you, Dave, and best of luck in your journey tonight. Have a safe trip. Meanwhile, I am so psyched about this race. This Hempt is like the most amazing race. I mean, you got Wakizashi, you got Wiggle It, you got Art Speak, you got In the Arsenal.
Yeah, I'm a little bit psyched. My mom, Joanne Looney King, trains Wakizashi Hanover,
Oh, really?
so yeah, you know.
I didn't know that. Or as Johnny Carson used to say, I did not know that.
I only text Steve like 25 times a day and tell him, just to remind him in case he forgets.
But my retention isn't very good. Stick around. When we come back, we're going to stay at Pocono and have a look at the Lynch and also the Earl Beal Memorial races. Don't go away.
50 years of memories, milestones, unforgettable racing, and the best is yet to come. Be part of the excitement on racing's $2 million Night of Champions. Sun Stakes Saturday, July 4th, 6:30 p.m. Celebrating 50 years of racing. The Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono.
Hi there, harness racing fans, and welcome back to PA Harness Week. She's Heather Vitale, I'm Steve Ross. As promised, we're going to go back to Pocono. Race 3 on Saturday was a goodie. It was the Earl Beal Memorial for 3-year-old trotters. Nothing but top talent here. The first of 3. Number 3, Habitat with Jim Earl Jr. was odds on at 2-5. Number 4, Cruzado de Noche, which means cross at night. I only know that because I'm kind of worldly, if you can dig that. You know what I'm saying? It was 3-1 with Dave Miller in number 1. Aldebaran Eagle. I couldn't pronounce that, and that was almost like English. With Corey Callahan was 5-1, and here's the call.
Southwind Mozart really motoring up front for Svanstedt, trying to cut out the mile, but from the pocket here comes Aldebaran Eagle and Corey Callahan. A quick move and now has the lead. Southwind Mozart back in the pocket. Walter White looked like he wanted to go there, but instead checks and heads back to the inside. Cruzado de la Noche sits fourth, followed by Boots and Chains and the 2-5 favorite Habitat, doomed by the break. The half mile 55-4, 29 even second panel. Aldebaran Eagle and Corey Callahan. The lead is a solid length and 3/4 now over Southwind Mozart. Used hard early, but getting a bit closer again. On the outside now, Walter White trying to move up for Brett Miller there, but still isn't able to advance and again goes back in. Instead, Cruzado de la Noche comes up first over with Boots and Chains behind him, and Habitat's out of it. Aldebaran Eagle still by a length at the 3/4 pole in 125-1, 29-2 into the win. And now on the outside, that's Cruzado de la Noche taking the lead away from Aldebaran Eagle. Southwind Mozart tries to get out from behind the dead cover. Meanwhile, Walter White and Boots and Chains looking to come on. Top of the stretch, Cruzado de la Noche out by about 2.5 by 3.
Habitat broke early and often, as bettors so love to watch their 2-5 shots do, and he was clearly out of the race, only beaten by 83, finishing in a time of 2:10-1. So much for him. Cruzado de la Noche came first up and wore down the pace setter to win by 2 in 153-3. Southwind Mozart held for second. Number 6, Boots and Chains. Ooh la la. Off at 30-1 with Andy Miller. Got third.
Okay, I'm going to go on to the next Earl Beal elimination. And here, there was a heavily betted Jimmy Takter stable entry of 1 and 1A, Whom Shall I Fear, and Pinkman, who was last year's trotting champ. But that don't mean no never mind. To number 6, a Wicker Hanover. He overcomes the outside post. He overcomes a horse going off stride, like right in front of him, and then he trots home the fastest to win in 150 heat 4 and 1. Wicker Hanover has Andrew McCarthy in the bike. The Knoll Daily trainee paid $35.20. Pinkman took second, and Centurium ATM was third.
In the 12th race at Pocono, another Beal Elim. 2 horses. Number 2, Crazy Wow with Yannick Gingras for Ron Burke, was 3 to 5. Number 6, Uncle Lachey with Brett Miller for Jimmy Takter at 4 to 5. They took all the money in this heat. They finished 1-2 in a furious stretch duel. Uncle Lachey had more to say and bested the Crazy Horse, wow, ahead in 154 flat. Number 1, Shoot the Thrill, 24 to 1 with Tim TETRICK, was 2 back in third.
Okay, now remember the final for the Earl Beal goes tonight. It's $500,000 for the final. Now let's move on to the 3-year-old pacing fillies, and we'll take a look at the Lynch Elims. Okay, the first one, we've got the fan favorite, number 6, STACIA Hanover. She did not disappoint her supporters. She hadn't raced in a pari-mutuel since May 30th, but she's been really sharp in her qualifier and super sharp in this comeback. She cut the fractions with Scott ZERON driving and wins in 151-3 for trainer Steve Elliott. Better Be Steppin' was second. Right there for third was Wicked Little Minx.
Thank you, darling. Saturday's 11th at Pocono, the Lynch Elim. 3-year-old pacing fillies, number 1, 2014's Horse of the Year. J.K. She's a Lady with Tim TETRICK, who suffered her first career loss last out. And number 4, Sassa Hanover with Yannick Gingras were both even money. Number 6, The Show Returns, was 9 to 2 with John Campbell. And let's watch this bad boy unfold.
The Show Returns, but from third now, J.K. She's a Lady, trying to find that 2-year-old form again in the straightaway. She takes over for Tim TETRICK at even money. Back to second, The Show Returns. Sassa Hanover also at even money, the second choice here, with Gingras sits third on the inside. Then Ideal Nuggets. It's Cover Model around the turn 5th, followed by Single Me, and at the back A+ and Safe from Terror. The half mile reached in 54-4, 27-4 second panel. Wind helping him there through the front stretch, so that's partly responsible, but it's also J.K. She's a Lady really cutting out a mean mile here. Up by a length there over The Show Returns. Sassa Hanover looking like she's ready to roll, and now she heads to the outside for Gingras. Ideal Nuggets cups up the inside fourth, a bit removed from the cover. Same goes for Cover Model on the outside, further back to A+ and Single Me. Up front, it's getting tight at the 3/4 pole. 123-2, 28-3 third panel. Sassa Hanover almost even with J.K. She's a Lady. Inside, The Show Returns is third. Ideal Nuggets now follows that move as The Show Returns heads out to go 3 wide. Top of the stretch, Sassa Hanover takes the lead away from J.K. She's a Lady. On the inside, Single Me has momentum, and The Show Returns, best of all for John Campbell.
The Show Returns left to grab the early lead before J.K. She's a Lady took over. In the lane, Sassa Hanover came back to grab a short lead, but it was The Show Returns who showed the best late lick, who got up by 2 in 151-3. Sassa Hanover was second. Number 5, Single Me, 27-1 with Brett Miller, got the show dough.
Okay, let's go on to the third and final elimination here for the Lynch. And number 3, Divine Caroline, was sashaying on the front. And number 5, Happiness, had that joyful pocket spot, but things got gloomy when Happiness went off stride. And she, like, never goes off stride. So I'm not pointing fingers, but number 4, the horse's name is Mama's Got a Gun. Okay, and she ends up winning. All right, does she really even have a license for it? So seriously, Mama's Got a Gun, race super, wins by a head in a new career best, 151-3 with reinsman Brett Miller. Trainer Virgil Morgan Jr. Divine Caroline was second. Delhi Beach, it came from way back to take third.
What she said. Stick around when we come back. We'll have a look at the best free-for-all pacers in the world coming up in the Ben Franklin Elim. Don't go away.
Luck be with you, trying to bounce back from the break at Northfield. George Knapp is just sending him early by about a length.
50 years of memories, milestones, unforgettable racing, and the best is yet to come. Be part of the excitement on racing's $2 million Night of Champions. Sun Stakes Saturday, July 4th, 6:30 p.m. Celebrating 50 years of racing. The Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono.
Hello there, and welcome back to Harris, Philadelphia. I'm Steve Ross, she's Heather Vitale, and we're going back to Pocono because there was so many big races, my goodness. Saturday 7th was the Ben Franklin Free For All Limb. Number 2, Vegas Vacation with Brian Sears, who I really loved in this heat, was the 8-5 chalk. The entry of number 1, Big Boy Dreams with Dave Miller, and 1A, Do Me That Again with Tim Tetrick with 2-1. Number 5, the Venerable Giant, foiled again. The 7-11 horse, 3-1 with Yannick Gingras, and Jim Bevilia's got the call.
Luck be with you, trying to bounce back from the break at Northfield. George Knapp is just sending him early by about a length. Michael's Power staying right with him in the pocket. 2 back there, 2 Miller and Big Boy Dreams. A bigger gap, 2 foiled again. He sits 4th. Vegas Vacation right in behind the veteran. 6th there is Do Me That Again. Now on the outside there, that's Do Me That Again testing the waters. Following at the back, Dapper Dude and Captive Audience. The half, 53-4, 27-4 second panel. No let up here from Luck Be With You. Churning through the slot by about a length. Michael's Power hanging right with him in the pocket. On the outside there, Big Boy Dreams. David Miller trying to get him to move up and has foiled again in behind him. Second over. And meanwhile, Big and Bad slides up the inside. Third over, Vegas Vacation. A lot of traffic for him to overcome. Dapper Dude to his inside. It's still Luck Be With You. 3/4, 122 even. 28-1. A relative breather there. Luck Be With You by a length. Michael's Power still in his hip pocket. Foiled again. Going to have to go a tough 3 wide move. Vegas Vacation off that cover. Big and Bad in a sneaky position inside. Top of the stretch. Luck Be With You still by a length and a half. On the far outside, closing fast. Vegas Vacation and foiled again. But Luck Be With You is going to get it done here.
This classy heat was essentially over when number 7, Luck Be With You, off at 6-1 with Georgie Knapp, exploded out of the gate from post 8, made the top and won for fun, wiring this talent-laden bunch by 2 and 150 flat. Vegas Vacation closed willingly to grab second with Do Me That Again, and number 8, Captive Audience, dead heating for third. And Heather's now got race 9.
Sorry, I just want to jump in.
I see that. Whoa.
The next race. Sorry.
Whoa.
Yes, and here another Ben Franklin a limb at number 2, Big Town Hero. Wicked Fasting going for his 4th straight win. The 1 and the 1A, it's a Burke entry. 2 really well-known power horses. We've got Clear Vision and Better's Edge, and number 8 is State Treasure, coming off a win in the Gold Cup at Mohegan.
Dancing Yankee determined to get to the front. Took a lot of air to get there, but Jim Morrill Jr. does take over the lead here. Back in the pocket, Mock It So from 4th. Here comes Allard with Big Town Hero. Goes off as the 5-2 favorite. Picking up that cover, Dynamic Youth. Better's Edge is inside 5th. Also in the outer flow, Cam Mikey. Then back on the inside, Smooth Criminal. Clear Vision and State Treasure want to get into it at the back of the pack. 4 in, 5 out the half, 54-3. 28-2 second panel. And now Big Town Hero is clear. Dancing Yankee to lead by a length and a quarter. Dynamic Youth trying to follow up on that cover. He's coming up well for McCarthy there. Boxed in 4th, Mock It So. Second over now, Cam Mikey. Then you've got the stablemates. Inside Better's Edge. Outside Clear Vision. At the back, Smooth Criminal and State Treasure have pace, but nowhere to go. To the 3/4 mile marker, 122 even. 27-2 third panel. And it's still Simon Allard here with Big Town Hero, but Dynamic Youth still coming after him there. Inside Dancing Yankee looking for a second move from far back. Better's Edge coming up along with State Treasurer. Top of the stretch, they're bunched up behind Big Town Hero. Mock It So on the inside. Deep at the pylons coming through now is Mock It So outside. Dynamic Youth from way back. State Treasurer at the very end.
I was sitting there watching the race, and like when they went past the finish line, I was like, sweet niblets, State Treasure just got there. Because, you know, when I watch races, sometimes a Hannah Montana comes out of me, you know? But it was seriously amazing, that move from last to first. Phew, that horse is so into Canada, and it's like he never wins in America, and we joke about that all the time.
He's an immediate throwout if he races
Yeah, I know.
Not anymore.
Not anymore. He was amazing. Okay, so David Miller, winning driver, 150-3 for Dr. Ian Moore, who's the trainer. Dynamic Youth, neck back for second. Clear Vision ended up getting the show spot.
Okay, and when we come back, we're going to have action here from Harris, Philadelphia, and also the great foiled again gets immortalized. Don't go away.
50 years of memories, milestones, unforgettable racing, and the best is yet to come. Be part of the excitement on racing's $2 million Night of Champions. Sun Stakes Saturday, July 4th, 6:30 p.m. Celebrating 50 years of racing. The Downs at Mohegan Sun Pocono.
Hello there, and welcome back to PA Harness Week. She's Heather Vitale, I'm Steve Ross, and as promised, we're going to be right here at Harris. Sunday's 5th was a big race, an open handicap trot, 30 dumbs on the line. Number 7, Earl Hanover gets some class relief after banging heads with the likes of J.L. Cruz and Father Patrick in the last couple. Was 6-5 with Yannick Gingras. Number 2, World Cup with Joe Bongiorno was 2-1, and number 1, Seagram, apparently named after the booze, was 6-1 with Andy Miller.
And Earl Hanover opens up by 4 lengths now. My Love By on the outside, inside Possessed Fashion. World Cup to the outside 4th. They straighten away for the stretch drive. Earl Hanover's well clear. The lead still 4 lengths. Into 2nd, My Love By. Inside Possessed Fashion. World Cup widest of all. They come down to the finish. Earl Hanover, a wrapped up winner.
Well, once Earl Hanover made the top, it was all over but the shouting. He creamed this field by nearly 4 and 153 flat. Number 3, My Love By, 15-1 with Georgie Knapp was 2nd, and World Cup was 3rd. This was one of 7 wins on the day for Yannick Gingras. Pretty decent day, even for a guy who loves 7-Up more than anyone else.
He has a theme going on, yeah. That's a lot of wins. If you like wins,
yeah.
You know.
If one's your thing, 7's a good number, right?
Your thing. Yeah.
Okay. We got to talk about Foiled Again. It was going to be immortalized tonight at Pocono, and the lady who's responsible for that honor is sitting to my left. She's going to tell you all about it. Heather?
Oh,
that
yeah,
will be you,
okay. Yeah. Okay, so if you know about Breyer horses, and if you don't, there are these little likenesses, these little tiny models, and people collect them. People also play with the Breyer horses, So anyway, over a year ago, I really started pushing that Foiled Again had his own Breyer horse, and so. As things came together, one of those people, of course, behind it was Yannick Gingras, who is the driver, and I caught up with Yannick to talk about, this amazing Breyer horse after probably his all-time favorite. Tonight, Yannick, at Pocono, a huge buzz because officially Foiled Again gets his mini-me presented to him. What kind of buzz have you heard about the little Breyer?
I think a lot of people are excited. It's a great thing to great publicity for the sport, and he certainly deserves it. If any horse deserves to have something made like that about him, it's Foiled Again.
Oh yeah, of any breed ever in history, he deserves it. Now he is in the Ben Franklin this evening. Are we gonna win this or what?
I mean, he was good last week. He was just not his kind of trip. First of all, second over is not really his thing, and then 3 wide, the 5/8s all the way around the last turn. He didn't race bad. It's just it was his second start off the layoff, so I think third start usually best. So I'm expecting a big mile from him.
Wow, that was an amazing thing, and I can't wait for tonight. Not only for Foiled Again to be immortalized, but the greatest horses, the greatest drivers, the greatest fans in the world. I don't know why any other tracks are going to be racing tonight. It's going to be nuts. Be at Pocono if you can. It's going to be a terrific night. You won't want to miss it. If you're a harness racing fan and don't go there, then you can't call yourself a harness racing fan. That's going to do it for this edition of PA Harness Week. For Bruce Casella, Charlotte McBride, my boo Heather Vitale, I'm Steve Ross, reminding you to pick up the pace, just a taste, and get yourself high on harness.
It's only natural.